Have your knees been aching lately? Do your fingers feel stiff in the morning, like they're trying to wake up with you, but just can't? You're not alone. Every day, millions of seniors quietly live with this kind of discomfort. It's not always sharp or unbearable, but it's there, lingering. A dull ache in the back when you get out of bed, a twist of the wrist that doesn't move as smoothly as it used to, a long walk that feels longer than it should. Some days, it's easy to brush off. It's just age, you whisper. Other days, it's harder to ignore. You try to stay active. You eat your vegetables. You drink your water. You follow the rules. So why does it still feel like your joints are getting stiffer with time? Here's something most people don't talk about. Not all discomfort in our joints comes from wear and tear. Not all of it is just getting old. Sometimes what we eat plays a quiet, invisible role. And the truth is, some foods, even ones we've believed were good for us, might actually be working against us as we age. It's not your fault. You spent your life eating what you thought was healthy, what you were told was right. Maybe you still eat these foods every day without a second thought. There are 5 common foods many of us grew up with, foods sitting right now in your kitchen that could be adding fuel to the fire in your joints. They don't cause instant pain. They don't scream for attention. They're quiet, but over time, they may be doing harm. You're doing everything right, but these silent ingredients keep showing up in your meals, nudging your body toward more stiffness, more inflammation, more fatigue. This video isn't about fear. It's about understanding. It's about giving your body a fair chance to feel better, gently, naturally, and without harsh changes. So if you've ever wondered why your joints hurt even when you're trying to be healthy, if you've ever felt like something is happening beneath the surface, then stay with me. Because once you know what these 5 foods are and what you can do instead, you'll feel more in control again. You deserve to wake up and feel steady, to walk without worrying, to hold a grandchild's hand without wincing. And sometimes that comfort begins with something as simple as your next bite. So let's take this journey together. It might just change how your body feels tomorrow. And before we go on, if you're someone who cares about your health, who believes in learning, growing, and making small choices that matter, then please leave a comment below and tell me, do your joints feel different than they used to? Give this video a like if you're ready to take care of your body in a new way. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another gentle, helpful guide like this. Let's begin. Let's slow down for a moment and step into a quiet, ordinary morning. The sun is barely up. You sit on the edge of the bed, feet touching the floor. And for just a second, you hesitate, not because you're tired, but because you know what comes next. The first step. That first step always feels like it belongs to someone else. Your knees creak, your ankles groan, your back stiffens, as if it's trying to remember how to bend. You shuffle to the bathroom. The cold tile stings your feet. You try to stretch, to twist your neck, to rub your shoulders, but the tightness is still there. This is what life feels like for many seniors. It's not a dramatic pain. It's not something that sends you rushing to the hospital. But it's constant, persistent, a background hum of discomfort that never quite turns off. You tell yourself, it's normal. Everyone my age feels this way. And maybe they do. But does that mean it's something we have to accept? At breakfast, you reach for your usual meal. Some toast, a little fruit, maybe a bowl of soup, or a handful of vegetables for lunch. You're trying to do what's right, but as the day goes on, that stiffness returns. Your knees swell after a walk. Your hands feel heavy when you're washing dishes. By evening, the simple act of getting out of your favorite chair feels like climbing a mountain. You sigh. And again, you whisper, I guess this is just aging. But deep down, something feels off. Because you're doing your best. You're eating what they told you to eat. You're keeping active, at least a little. So why does it feel like your body is moving slower, healing slower, reacting stronger to every bump, twist, or bruise? Let's imagine a different kind of pain. One you can't see. One you might be feeding without even realizing. Because some foods, yes, even healthy ones, don't always love us back, especially as we get older. They may increase inflammation, make joints puffier, stiffen our movements, and silently, day after day, they add to the wear and tear. But we keep eating them because we were told they're good for us, because we don't know there's another way, because change feels overwhelming. Yet, what if one small change could bring relief? What if your pain isn't a punishment for getting older, but a signal that something needs adjusting? This isn't about guilt. You haven't done anything wrong. This is about curiosity, about asking, could my food be part of this puzzle? Because when you know better, you can feel better. And when your joints feel better, everything changes. You move more. You smile more. You say yes to walks, to games with the grandkids, to gardening, to dancing in the kitchen. This life, the one you want, is still possible. And it starts by uncovering the quiet culprits hiding on your plate. In just a moment, we'll talk about those 5 common foods. But first, take a deep breath. You're not broken. You're just ready to feel better. Let's take the next step together. Let's go back a little. Think of a time, maybe not so long ago, when your body moved with ease, when your knees didn't complain each time you stood up, when you could twist the lid off a jar without thinking. When a walk through the garden was something you looked forward to, not something you prepared for like a battle. Now, imagine this. You didn't suddenly become older overnight. You didn't do something wrong. But quietly, slowly, something changed. And that something might be sitting right on your dinner plate. Here's the truth most people don't hear. Some foods that are celebrated as healthy in magazines and TV ads might not be healthy for you right now in this season of life. Why? Because aging bodies are different. Your joints are more sensitive. Your immune system reacts differently. Your gut processes foods in a new way. And that means certain ingredients, especially some common vegetables, can trigger a reaction in your body. A slow, hidden inflammation, not the kind that gives you a fever or a rash, but the kind that settles into your knees, your hands, your spine. It's like a quiet storm moving under your skin. You might not feel it right after a meal, but the next morning you wake up stiffer, or later that week you feel more sore than usual. And the dots never get connected, because who would suspect the vegetables? You've been told for years, eat your greens, vegetables are always good. But not all vegetables are the same. Some are high in oxalates, natural compounds that may contribute to joint irritation. Others belong to the nightshade family, like tomatoes, potatoes, and peppers, which for some people can increase inflammation. And certain legumes or leafy greens may cause buildup in joints, especially if you're already sensitive. It's not about blaming the food. It's about understanding your body's unique needs. Imagine this like a garden. Every plant needs sunlight, but not the same amount. Some wither in the heat, others bloom only in shade. You're not doing anything wrong by eating these foods. But maybe, just maybe, your body needs something different now. And once you realize that, everything changes. You stop feeling helpless. You stop blaming yourself for the aches and stiffness. You start to listen to your body, gently, kindly, like an old friend who's been trying to tell you something. This moment, this awareness, is your turning point. You're about to learn what those 5 common foods are. And better yet, you'll discover what to eat instead to nourish your joints and calm your body from the inside out. Because healing isn't loud. It begins quietly, with knowledge, with choice, with love. Are you ready to listen to your body and give it the peace it's been asking for? Let's keep going. So now you know, some of the foods you've trusted for years may not be serving you the way they once did. That's not a reason to feel guilty. It's a reason to feel empowered, because here's the beautiful truth. Small, thoughtful changes can lead to real relief. You don't have to throw out everything in your kitchen. You don't need to start a complicated diet. You just need to listen to your body, your instincts, and this quiet wisdom that's been waiting inside you. Let's talk about those 5 foods. We won't name and shame them. Instead, we'll understand them and gently offer something better. 1. Tomatoes. Yes, they're colorful and full of vitamins, but for some aging joints, tomatoes can be irritating. They belong to the nightshade family, which may trigger inflammation in sensitive people. You may love your tomato soup or spaghetti sauce, but what if those meals are quietly causing stiffness the next day? Try this instead. Switch to roasted carrots or butternut squash. They're sweet, comforting, and easy on the joints. You can still enjoy a warm bowl of something rich and savory, just with a gentler touch. Spinach. Spinach sounds like a health hero, and it is, for many, but it's also high in oxalates, which can contribute to joint pain in some people, especially if you've ever struggled with kidney stones or inflammation. Try this instead. Steam some kale or bok choy. They're packed with nutrients but lower in oxalates. Add a little garlic and olive oil, and you've got a delicious side that your body might welcome more warmly. 3. Eggplants. Another nightshade vegetable. Beautiful in dishes, but sometimes tricky for aging joints. Try this instead. Swap in zucchini. It's soft, versatile, and less likely to trigger inflammation. Zucchini stews beautifully, grills perfectly, and soaks up flavor like a sponge. 4. Peppers. Bright, crunchy, and found in many salads and stir-fries. But bell peppers, especially the red and green kinds, can be another source of joint irritation. Try this instead. Use cooked carrots, yellow squash, or roasted sweet potatoes for color and sweetness. They feel warm in the body, almost like a hug from the inside. 5. Potatoes. This one's a staple, comfort food at its finest, but like its nightshade cousins, potatoes can stir up inflammation for some. Try this instead. Try mashed cauliflower, roasted parsnips, or even mashed white beans with garlic. Soft, soothing, and kinder to your joints. These swaps aren't about restriction. They're about gentle nourishment. You're not taking things away from yourself. You're giving your body a better chance to move, rest, and heal. And here's the magic. You don't have to change everything overnight. Just choose one swap. Try it for a week. See how you feel. Then try another. Little by little, your joints may begin to respond. You might wake up with less stiffness. You might find it easier to move, bend, reach, and smile. This isn't a diet. It's a kindness, a love letter to your future self. And every small change is a step toward more comfort, more ease, more life. Ready to feel that shift? Let's close with something beautiful. Take a breath. Look how far you've come, just in the past few minutes. You've listened with curiosity. You've opened your heart to new possibilities. And maybe, just maybe, you've started to see your body not as a problem to fix, but as a companion that's been quietly asking for help. Aging can feel like losing control, but you haven't lost your power. Not at all. Every choice you make, every small, gentle swap on your plate, is a message to your body. A message that says, I'm still here, I still care, and your body hears you. Even now, especially now, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to do it all at once. But if you take just one step today, try one new food, leave one old one behind. That's a beginning. You deserve mornings that feel lighter, afternoons with energy, evenings without aching. You deserve to walk through your home without holding your breath in pain, to bend down in the garden, to dance slowly in the kitchen, to hold your loved ones, not just with your heart, but with strong, steady arms. So be kind to yourself, and know this, your story isn't over. In fact, it's just beginning a new chapter. Let this be the moment you say yes. Yes to comfort. Yes to curiosity. Yes to the body that's been with you through every season. And now, one more gentle ask. Leave a comment below. What's one small change you're inspired to try this week? If you found comfort in this message, give the video a like. It helps more seniors find this gentle guidance. And please subscribe, so together we can keep walking this path of healing, one step at a time. You are not alone, and your body is still listening. Let's keep choosing kindness, starting with ourselves.